for most people, they are not thinking. Thinking is happening. This is their state. Thoughts are going on, whether they like it or not, whether they want it or not, thoughts are going on. But you can't afford to be like that if you have solid goals to achieve. Your thought process should be in your hands, isn't it? It should be well directed towards your purposes, your goals. So initially what is told to us is a certain amount of inwardness of mind is required so that your thought process becomes objective. Your thought is as much an object as anything else. You are getting mixed up with it, that's the whole problem. So if your thought process becomes a little objective, you see any yogic method will give you this as the first step. If it becomes, if your thought becomes an objective process to you, you can handle it well. So this is, ये पहला कदम है. This is the way to interiorize your very awareness and intensify it. So when this becomes a possibility, what is the experience you get? See, the usual example given in yoga is the example of a lake. Vivekananda bhi example dete the. A lake, imagine a simple lake, a lake which has very clear waters. You can actually see the bottom of the lake, isn't it? But if the waves, it's very wavy on the surface, can you see the bottom of the lake? Or if the water is very turbid, unclean, can you see the bottom of the lake? You can't see. So two factors are required to see the crystal clear, to see through the waters. What is required? Stillness is required on the surface of the lake, and clarity of the water is required. It should be clean water. Then you can see the bottom of the lake. Your mind is also like this. If there are not too many waves on the surface, which means your thought world is well regulated, well controlled, because you have managed to make thought an object, you are directing your thought process. And the mind is relatively clean. The waters of the mind are clear. Then you can see what is at the bottom. The yogic sciences will tell you the actual substratum of your mind is consciousness. Mind is nothing but thoughts bubbling upon a substratum of consciousness. So if you remove those thoughts, awareness should remain over. But if we just remove thoughts in our present state of mind, many times it's possible we fall asleep, isn't it? Because we have not cleared this mind. This level of clarity has not come. And it is very wavy on the surface also. So these are the two reasons why we are not able to see the bottom of this lake. The very fact that your thoughts are enlivened experiences for you shows that awareness is behind the thought process. It is involved in the thought process. So if you are able to control thought, you can reach that awareness. This is the simple equation of yoga. Mind is equal to thoughts plus consciousness. So consciousness will be equal to mind minus thoughts. This is yoga. So how to do this? Easier said than done. Is it so easy? It is difficult to do because of the restless nature of our mind. You know, Vivekananda used to say, the mind is like a crazy monkey. Already it is a monkey, and then it is drunk, and then it is bitten by a scorpion. How will that monkey be? Sometimes the mind behaves like that. It is so very difficult to control, but it is not impossible. If you have a strong will, if you are purposeful and goal oriented, nothing is difficult, isn't it? So even this process that we are discussing, it is a perfect possibility with any of us if you learn the art of training the mind. So yoga is the science which teaches you this. It is that which teaches you how to bring your mind under control. Yoga ka matlab hi hai, it is union. Union of what? Union of the Jivatman with the Paramatman, which means to say what you are calling yourself discovers the real you, discovers the unchanging aspect of you, the unchanging I, which is nothing but the self, pure consciousness. So इसके लिए जो method है उसी को हम योग कहते हैं.